Before I begin, please join me for a moment of silence for the courageous Iranian people who paid the ultimate price for freedom over the last 2 weeks. Thank you. The truth is now undeniable. The so-called Islamic Republic is not the government of Iran. It is a hostile, occupying force that's hijacked our homeland. After invading 5 neighboring countries and sowing chaos across the region, this regime has invaded Iran itself, using foreign terrorists, Hezbollah fighters, Iraqi militias, and other mercenaries to slaughter the Iranian people. This is no longer mere repression. This is foreign occupation wearing clerical robes. Just as Saddam Hussein drowned the marshes in blood, and Bashar al-Assad turned barrel bombs on his own children, Ali Khamenei and his thugs have committed mass crimes against the Iranian people and against all of humanity. And just like those other tyrannies, the Islamic Republic will fall, not if, but when. The world must hear this clearly. The battle in Iran today is not between reform and revolution. It is between occupation and liberation. And the Iranian people have already chosen their side. Their heads are bloodied, but unbowed. Yet the cost has been heartbreaking. The people of Iran are being slaughtered in the streets and in their homes by a regime that shows no mercy. More than 12,000 Iranians were massacred in 48 hours. 1 murder every 14 seconds. Khamenei's killers even hunted the wounded protesters in hospitals and executed them in cold blood. The regime collected piles of bodies with dump trucks and forced worried families to search unlabeled body bags. They refused to return bodies for burial without payment for the cost of the bullets that killed their loved ones. And where a family cannot pay up to several thousand dollars, and most of them can't, they bury the dead in unmarked mass graves. And despite the lies you're hearing from the regime, its bloodlust has not diminished. The slaughter has not stopped. My brave compatriots, still holding the line with their broken bodies but unbreakable will, need your urgent help right now. Make no mistake, however, the Islamic Republic is close to collapse. Ali Khamenei and his thugs know this. That's why they are lashing out like a wounded animal, desperate to cling to power. The people have not retreated. Their determination has made one thing clear. They are not merely rejecting this regime, they are demanding a credible new path forward. They have called for me to lead. The bond between me and the Iranian people is not new. It's been with me since birth, and it cannot be broken. Even in exile, I pledged my life to the service of the Iranian nation. When Saddam Hussein invaded Iraq, I volunteered as a fighter pilot to defend my country against his invasion. Today, as my compatriots call on me for leadership, I reaffirm my lifelong pledge by stepping in to lead the movement that will take back our country from the anti-Iranian hostile force that occupies it and kills its children. I will return to Iran. I am uniquely positioned to ensure a stable transition. That's not my opinion. That's the verdict delivered loudly and clearly by the people in the face of bullets. Large sections of the army and security forces have already refused to participate in the killing of civilians. They have whispered their loyalty to me. Tens of thousands have already signaled their readiness to defect, and this process has been underway for months. What's clear is both the public and members of the military see me as a national figure who can unite all opposition forces from every background, ethnicity, Republican and monarchist, right, left, and everything in between. I have a comprehensive plan for an orderly transition which is ready to be implemented immediately. The Iranian people are taking decisive actions on the ground. It is now time for the international community to join them fully. Today, I ask the world to do 6 things. First, protect the Iranian people by degrading the regime's repressive capacity, including targeting the Islamic Revolutionary Guard leadership and its command and control infrastructure. Second, deliver and sustain maximum economic pressure on the regime, block their assets worldwide, target and dismantle their fleet of ghost tankers. Third, break through the regime's information blockade by enabling unrestricted internet access. Deploy Starlink and other secure communications tools widely across Iran, and conduct cyber operations to disable the regime's ability to shut down the internet. Fourth, hold the regime accountable by expelling its diplomats from your capitals and pursue legal enforcement actions against those responsible for crimes against humanity. Fifth, demand the immediate release of all political prisoners. Sixth, prepare for a democratic transition in Iran by committing to recognize a legitimate transitional government when the moment comes. Supporting the Iranian people is not an act of charity, nor is it unwarranted interference. Global stability itself depends on the removal of this regime. Its 47 years of exported terror, nuclear threats, and regional chaos must end. This does not require putting boots on the ground. The Iranian people's boots are already on the ground. They are the ones marching, sacrificing, and fighting for their freedom every single day. What they need from the world is resolute, targeted support to protect lives, amplify their voices, and hasten the collapse that is already underway. But let me be clear, with or without the world's help, the regime will fall. It will fall sooner, and more lives will be saved if the world turns its words into action. A free, democratic Iran will not be a source of endless crisis. It will be a pillar of peace, partnership, and prosperity for the Middle East and beyond. The choice is clear. Stand with the people now, or watch the cycle of instability continue. As I have said to my compatriots, the noble and courageous people of Iran, particularly the young generation, I speak directly to you. Know that you have commanded the world's attention and admiration. History itself stands in awe of your bravery and your sacrifices. You are the immortal guard of Iran. Continue the fight as you have done so far. Do not allow this regime to create the illusion that life is normal. After all the massacres, there is a sea of blood between us and the regime. The regime, through severe repression, killing, and cutting off communications, is trying to instill fear and terror in you and to make you despair of continuing the movement and struggle. But know that because of your steadfastness and fight, thousands of military and security forces have not gone to work so as not to participate in the repression. Save the name of all these criminals. They will be prosecuted for what they have done. Yet justice alone will not heal all the wounds, but it will open the door to healing and a national rebirth. As for the day after our victory, I have a clear plan for the transition to democracy. Millions of Iranians inside and outside Iran are united around these 4 core principles: Iran's territorial integrity, separation of religion and state, individual liberties and equality of all citizens, and the Iranian people's right to decide a democratic form of government. The end of the regime will mark the rebirth of one of the most accomplished civilizations in history for the future of Iran and its people. Iran is blessed with extraordinary human talent and vast natural resources. Our people are highly educated, producing one of the highest numbers of engineers in the world, with around 70% women. Today, the corrupt regime wastes these gifts. In a free Iran, our resources and ingenuity will drive prosperity at home and strengthen global supply chains, including America's. A free Iran will be a game changer for peace in the Middle East and for Iran's relations with the United States and the West. The Iranian people love America and hate this regime. After its collapse, instead of death to America, the world will find a nation that embraces America as a true friend. President Trump brokered the Abraham Accords, bringing peace between Arab nations and Israel. I see extending this idea to a free Iran through what we could call the Cyrus Accords, honoring our ancient heritage of tolerance and partnership. The possibilities are endless. There will be a peaceful, stable, and orderly transition. My team of experts have developed a plan for the first 100 days after the regime's collapse and the long-term reconstruction and stabilization of our country. It is backed by business leaders and provides a detailed roadmap for national recovery. Restoring economic confidence, ensuring that essential services continue uninterrupted, and laying the foundation for prosperity in a free Iran. A constitutional process will follow under international observation, allowing Iranians to finally determine their own destiny through free and fair elections. A free and democratic Iran that emerges will live at peace with our neighbors. It will be an engine of growth and opportunity in the region and the world. There are moments in history where the moral imperative for action is so strong that the weight of inaction becomes unbearable. This is one of those moments. The people of Iran have risen to reclaim their country. History will honor those who stand with them. Long live Iran. Thank you.
We're going to take a few questions. Some people have asked in advance. I'm going to coordinate don't worry. And the Prince Reza Pahlavi will reply to them. I'm going to call firstly Ardavan, who's first from Iran International.
This moment, we have millions of the purchase of the stores right now. So that's why I'm asking for سوال من در این لحظه اینه شما چه چیزی برای گفتن در این لحظه به ایرانیانی دارید که در حال مبارزه هستند؟
دیدیم که همیهنانمون با شهامت و شجاعت و با اتحاد و جمعیت میلیونی در خیابانها باعث عقب نشینی نظام شدند، به حالی که رژیم مجبور شد دست به سرکوب وحشتناکی بزنه و اون هم با استفاده از عوامل بیشتر خارجی تا عوامل خودش که خیلی حاضر نشدن برای سرکوب سر کار بروند. این نمونه و علامتی است از قدرت مردم و ضعف نظام. البته ما اکنون مواجه با شرایطی هستیم که نیاز به کمک هم داریم و برای همین هست که من به جامعه بین‌المللی هشدار میدهم که اگه بخواین جلوی جنایت بیشتری رو بگیرید، اگه بخواین جان کمتر افراد از بین برود و این حکومت زودتر سقوط کند به نفع آزاد شدن مردم ایران، بهتر است که سکوت را جایگزین عمل بکنید و فراتر از صحبت و سخن عملاً از این مردم حمایت بکنید که یک فرصت واقعی برای پیروزی نهایی داشته باشند.
Can you introduce yourself? Excuse me, sir. Can you just introduce yourself?
Spoke about undeniable truth. It's also an undeniable truth that when your father ran the country, there were executions, there was torture, there was secret police. What would you say to Iranians today who are concerned that under your leadership they would be swapping one dictator for another?
First of all, I let historians write history. I'm here to make history, not to write it. Second, you hear the Iranian people standing behind me and calling my name. This doesn't occur incidentally. They have known my track record. They know my unwavering commitment to democracy and human rights. This has been my position the day I started and remains my position to this day. They know they can trust me because they've never seen me waver from this. And ultimately, what I'm trying to make sure is the final element that will prove to the Iranians that are in full control of their own destiny, is to turn power back to them, a power that has been taken away from them by this regime, which we are fighting today. That's my commitment, and they can trust me on that.
Bloomberg. No, I've called Bloomberg, please. Is a gentleman or lady from Bloomberg? No? They asked a question. No, Reuters, please. Oh, there's a microphone just coming.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Riley Johnson from Bloomberg. Are you having any further conversations with Witkoff or the